Hello and welcome to episode 9 of Mac Minute. I'm Mike Myers, and this week we're going to talk about notifications. Notifications are something brand new in the latest version of the Mac operating system. And if you have an iPhone or an iPad, you're used to using notifications already, believe it or not. That little bar you swipe down from the top to get all your information and it comes on the screen, it's exactly the same on a Mac. This is, you don't swipe down, it's built right into the menu bar. In fact, if you use an Android, you still know what I'm talking about, because on Android, you still swipe down to get notifications. It's very similar. Whole concept is exactly the same, just everything here is built into your Mac. So let me hop over to the side here, and where notifications are on a Mac are right up here in this right-hand corner. This little bar right here is notifications. If you click on it, you see I have no new notifications right now. Now this is a fairly new account. I'm only using it for this show, so I don't really have much going on. But I'm going to walk through the setup of the notifications. I'm going to come down here, I'm going to click on the setup button, and you see what comes up is the notifications. The other way you can get to notifications is by going to the Apple menu, System Preferences, and in here, at the very top, you have notifications. It's the exact same window. Either way you can get there. And just like in iOS, you can come in here and you can set what kind of alerts you want for each of these. Here's a calendar, for example. Maybe you don't want calendar alerts, or maybe you want to see a banner in the middle of your screen that lets you remind you to do something. The default for this particular one is alerts, which means it shows up in your alerts or your notifications bar. And it does pop up on the screen for a little bit and then goes away into notifications from then on. And you can see in Notification Center, you want to see the last 5 items if you want. You can actually put an app, like in this case, it's Calendar. So Calendar would put a little number on there saying how many notifications you're missing. Right now you see Calendar has nothing on it. You look right here, there is nothing right here. So there's nothing to look at. FaceTime, I'm going to go through the other things that I can give notifications. FaceTime, which I don't use FaceTime, so I would never have a notification for FaceTime. Game Center, which I do use some, but not a lot of notifications come from that. Mail, which is great. I actually do use it as an alert, and it comes up on the screen on the top right up here, and it'll tell me exactly what just happened with my mail. I can hear it make a little noise if the speakers are turned on, and in Notification Center, I can real quickly see what's going on. Messages, which is a subject for a couple weeks from now, we talk about this. This is a great way of using the Notification Center. I use this very heavily, and we're going to talk about how to do this a little later on in a couple weeks between your iPad and your iPhone and everything else. So this would be something to come back to. And we have reminders, and they are set up for just an alert. And you have even applications like Safari and as well. And then there's also other things you can add in here, and depending on what programs you install, a lot of new programs also work with Notification Center to provide you information back. So if you're used to iOS or an Android and the notifications, this is very similar. This is how you get your notifications instead of always cluttering up your screen with these pop-ups. You can still do that if that's how you have to work. Some people would require it to be interrupted to get things done. But if you're used to that, you definitely can do that, no problem. You still go back to that. But by default, many things are now in notifications, and you can come in here and adjust that information right here in the notification settings in the control panel. That's it for this week, very quick. Next week, I don't remember what the subject is. I know like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks away, we just talked about using messages for texting, basically, between your friends of iPhones and other devices from your Mac, right from your Mac without a phone. I mean, you don't need a phone to do it. So but that's 2 weeks away, I think, 3 weeks away maybe. So I can't remember what next week is, but we'll see you next week with something new, hopefully exciting for you. And hopefully your journey to the Mac is getting much easier as we're going through here and teaching you little things, little tricks here and there. Please tell your friends about us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Sign up with the podcast. Pass us around, whatever. Come visit the community for TechZen.tv at Google+. Leave us a message. Tell us what you want to learn. If you have something particular you want to learn, you don't know how to do it, or if you figured out a way to do something that you didn't know, let us know. Because if you didn't know, maybe somebody else doesn't know, and we'll try to show them around, and help figure it out with you. So until next week, enjoy your Mac, and I'll see you next week.